So I found these. I basically bought a variety of solid axles from AliExpress and converted this here to a solid axle. So we got that working. Um, and then when I was in the process of doing this, uh, this is the mountain bike that my kids used to borrow from me all the time because I would never use it, so they would borrow this bike. As you can see, I got plenty of bikes back there. But I found out that when I had the cassette off and trying to rebuild this, that at one point they must have dropped the chain in the spokes, because like every one of these spokes is nicked, like cut, like nicked. Which is a good thing I discovered it now, because last thing I need to do is get out in Flagstaff somewhere and all of a sudden these spokes start popping, with all the extra weight. Come this way. Go out and go play or something. I don't need you in here necessarily. Okay. It's got a bent axle. Okay. Bend over, everybody. Bend over. Just want to quickly pull this out. See what I can figure out.
Doggedale said look to the left and cough. Stream Elements said try these commands during IRL streaming, that weather tip merged.
Look to the left. No, you got to look me straight in the eye. You look me in the eye. Pretty smooth on that side. It's pretty smooth on this side too. Got just the right amount of play Let me just lock it down. I'm sure it's already locked down, but all right. Well, we got one thing done. So next phase of the project is get these spokes off. If you all recall from the last time I was live streaming, when I had this cassette off, and I noticed that it looked like the chain got dumped off into the spoke side, and so all these spokes are all nicked, cut. So what would have happened is when I get this e-bike all loaded with the solar trailer and everything, one of these spokes or all of them were bound to break at some point in time because they're just all nicked. So anyways, I got spokes, and not only that, I found out that when I took this wheel off,
Interesting. Myler said best viewers on streamboot.com. Remove the space. Add 6RZ23YPX.
yeah, you're getting banned, buddy. So the rim is centered between the two flanges instead of the two axle nuts. So the spokes on this side I ordered 4 millimeters shorter, so that way I can pull the dish or the wheel over a little bit more so that it's center of the axle and not center of the flanges. So we got new spokes here. Look at that. That is perfect. What? You know, whether or not I'll be able to use them or have to purchase new wheels. So I don't want to purchase new wheels. So let's go ahead and get this off and see what kind of trouble we're dealing with here. You know, I would have preferred that these wheels had cartridge bearings, you know, instead of loose ball bearings. It's kind of a rarity to see that. I mean, that was what we used in bikes back in the day, you know, working in the bike shop, was loose ball bearings. I need to get some new cone wrenches, those ones with the big long handles. That's what I need to get. Come on, Victor.
Stream Elements said Power Karma merch https://merch.powerkarma.com/
I'm gonna go get my eyeglasses so that I can look at these things a little closer. Let's see here. Oh, shit. All these bearings are coming out over on this side. Well, I have to go. Good luck with your wheels. Hey, thanks, Franny. Thanks for stopping by the YouTube chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, I imagine some of this is going to be a bit boring to watch on stream, but I want to be able to capture some of it. That way I can kind of go back and edit the video, you know. So rather just stream it, capture it all, then I can go back and decide later, you know, what to cut.
IRL streaming that weather tip merge.
All right, let's I mean, all the cones and races look pretty good. But let me go get my glasses. That way I can just double. Okay. My glasses. That cone looks pretty good, I will say. Let's take a look at this one. And that cone doesn't look too bad either. I think we might be good on the cones. Let's take a look at the cups. Yeah, those cups look really clean. And let's take a look at this one. Yeah, buddy, those cups are clean too. So I think we're all good. I don't know if you'll put that right in front of the camera that way. You can see. So I'm looking at the cups in there. Essentially just looking for scoring. You know, anything that's gonna not a smooth surface for the bearings to run on. I'm gonna start by putting some fresh grease in here. So I'm using the Park Polylube polyurethane grease. So I'm gonna drop these 9 bearings in here. Four, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's go. Nice and smooth. Smooth like butter. Okay. Here we go. Number 1. 2. Smooth as butter. So I found these. I basically bought a variety of solid axles from AliExpress and converted this here to a solid axle. So we got that working. Um, and then when I was in the process of doing this, uh, this is the mountain bike that my kids used to borrow from me all the time because I would never use it, so they would borrow this bike. As you can see, I got plenty of bikes back there. But I found out that when I had the cassette off and trying to rebuild this, that at one point they must have dropped the chain in the spokes, because like every one of these spokes is nicked, like cut, like nicked, which is a good thing I discovered now, because last thing I need to do is get out in Flagstaff somewhere and all of a sudden these spokes start popping, with all the extra weight. Anyways, right now I am in the process of taking this wheel apart so I can replace the spokes. I'm only going to do the outside ones, the inside ones, or the cassette side. The outside ones are all fine. Can't find anything wrong with them. But the other thing I noticed too is that when I went to go check the dish on this thing, where's my dishing tool? When I went to go check the dish on this wheel, it's not gonna matter now because all the spokes are loose. But I went to go check the dish, and the rim is centered between the flanges instead of the axle. So I ordered these spokes on the cassette side 4 millimeters shorter so that I can dish the wheel center. So I don't know why they wouldn't dish the wheel center of the axle instead of center of the flanges. So.
Medid said hello.
Medebs, hello. How are you doing? Look at that spoke. Jeebers creepers. Over to under.
Stream Elements said copyright free music Spotify http://spotifyartist.powercommon.com.
under 2 over 1. You know what, but the only thing that sucks for me on this now is that I have to have glasses on in order to do this job anymore, because to be able to see the threads and everything, like I can't see that shit anymore. Move you all a bit closer. See how that looks. So what we're doing now, so again, what I want to do is dish this wheel center of the axle nuts. So the axle nut over here and the axle nut here. Because what they did previously on this wheel is they centered it between the 2 flanges here. So in order to pull it over, and I had to replace all these spokes here anyways. So what I did is I ordered these spokes 4 millimeters shorter so that I could pull it over. So rather than just turning these spokes more, which is what you would normally do, if you get them a little bit shorter, then you can maintain, because if the both spokes are the same length and you're turning this side, all this side, say 2 or 3 turns more, you're technically putting more tension on these spokes versus these spokes. So if you just order them shorter, and then that way you can maintain even tension while pulling this over like you need to, and then keep even tension on everything here. So so I just run every one of these up to where I can barely see like 1 or 2 threads. It's like right there.
Said try these commands during IRL streaming that weather tip merge.
So right there is like 1 or 2 threads. Just that's all I want to do is just see like 1 or 2 threads right there. So let's see where we are initially. Look at that. It's actually not bad. That is pretty damn good. And not only that, you could actually see, I can already see the dishing. You know, I haven't even like fully started putting tension on everything yet, and I could already see the dishing is pulling over. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me unplug this camera. Move you all like right here. Let's see here. Right there. Right there. No, come on. There. So here's what I mean by the dishing. If you look, you see how you can see the slope in these spokes right here, and these ones are flat. So that means it pulled it over so that it's actually center of the axle nut here and the axle nut here, which is what I needed. I needed it to be centered that way. That way when I put the dishing tool on, yeah, it's already going to be different, I can tell. Let's see here. Oh yeah. I can't, oh come on, I can't get that in there. There we go. yeah. Cool. It's already pulling over like it's supposed to. So, and then what will happen is, so I got this down here is what I'll use to help me start truing it. You see it's got a lot of wave, but it's also the like I said, just the beginning phases of tensioning. Um, so the next phase, let me back this camera out. The next phase, which again I don't have time to do it right now. Let's see here. So the next phase will be, now that I got the initial tension going, when you bring all the spoke nipples up to 1 or 2 threads, then what I'm going to do is go around with the wrench, the spoke wrench, and just do one full turn all the way around. So you just do one full turn all the way around and just start kind of pulling that tension in. And then once we get that in, then we'll check the tension. If the tension's good with one, then, or it's not good with one, then I'll start doing like half turns or quarter turns all the way around. So we'll do one full turn all the way around, check the tension. If it's not tight enough, then we'll do like half turn all the way around, and then we might end up with a quarter turn all the way around. And then once we get the tension in there, then we can start dealing with the back and forth, the true, and the up and down on the wheel. So that's what's next. But again, unfortunately, I got to go shower. I got to get ready. We're going to go see, I think it's called Les Miserables, whatever that play is called. I don't know. So everyone, I do got to get ready to go. So we will see you on the next one.